What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we've got some stuff from Luna today. So we got Ride 4, new game added to Luna. This was a release in October 2020, so not a super old game. And this is going right onto the Luna Plus channel. So the Luna Plus channel, if you're not aware, gets games that are specifically ported over for the Luna Plus channel, very similar to like a Stadia or something like that. Unlike the Ubisoft channel, which is running the PC version of the games that you're logging into your launcher, it's almost identical to GeForce Now. But the Luna Plus channel is completely different, and the games usually run really, really well on there. So we're going to check that out here in just a minute. Ride 4, a great addition to the Luna Plus channel. And again, the subscription model, I know the price is going to go up when we leave all early access, but for $5.99 a month right now, what I get on the Luna Plus channel is fantastic. And on top of that, the Ubisoft channel that I get access to, I already had Ubisoft Connect on my PC, and that automatically works on Stadia and on Luna. So I didn't have to add any money to get that channel for myself right there. So jumping over to the settings, what they've got here now is our audio video quality. We're still waiting for the up to 4K coming soon. And we've got our 1080p, which has been there since the launch of early access. And now we've got our 720p here. Now, where this could be important is if you're having issues with your internet connection or a Wi-Fi connection, or you're on a mobile device, a laptop, a phone, something like that, and you're away from home and you're either on cell data, so you either have a limit or your speed is limited, and 720p could just stream a lot smoother for you. There's lots of instances where 720p less data would be a little bit nicer for you to be able to use. And then of course we got 1080p, and I'm definitely waiting to see what they do with the 4K option. But I think it's nice they added this data saver 720p option for when it's necessary. We're also getting a little bit more. This isn't really so much announced, but I've been watching changes happen in the audio stuff. And not only do we have these surround options and different things like that, which I've been able to use on my Fire TV Stick 4K, but we're getting these audio input options that you can put on here, and you're going to be able to run and control a separate microphone from the controller headset that you can plug in. So very much like you would do when you're streaming, you could have a headset plugged into your Luna controller that you're listening to sound, or however you want to do that, and then you could have a separate mic running for your chat for your stream. So it looks like some direct streaming to Twitch or some kind of help with streaming. Seems like some stuff is definitely in the works, and I like the changes I've been seeing with Luna and the direction it looks like they're going to be going. So really cool stuff that they've got going on there. And then, like I said, our new game, newly added to Luna, is Ride 4. I jumped into this for a few minutes, just going through the initial checking out the game, and it was doing really well. Now, these Luna Plus channel games, they launch quick. They're not like in the Ubisoft channel or like GeForce Now. These are specifically there for Luna Plus, and you'll see very quickly that we get launched into the game. And of course, we have our trusty Luna controller, which I absolutely love for playing Luna. If you've been following the channel, I love using the Luna controller, especially across devices. It's literally so easy to use. You never turn off the controller. You just go device to device, and it picks it up automatically. Really, really cool. So now I am far and away from good at these games anymore. I used to play a lot of cycle racing games when I was younger. I was pretty darn good at them, but yeah, I spent a few minutes earlier today with Ride 4, and I definitely have some work to do when it comes to getting the flow again of racing motorcycles. But still want to jump in and check this out a little bit. More interested in testing these games anyways. You don't come here for the gameplay. You come here for the testing. So we're just going to jump into a single race real quick. No changes, no nothing special. Just jump in, see how the game's running with some other racers on the track, and see what it feels like. I only did about 10 minutes earlier, and everything was feeling pretty good. I want to see what it does now that I've relaunched the game and I'm going into a race here, and then I'll give more of my thoughts on what I'm thinking that we're seeing here. All right, so let's get through this. We'll start this up. Now, games like this are great, too, because these can add for the community, too. Racing events, things like that. I know F1 2020 has had a lot of that, and it'd be great to see games like this get that kind of attention. Now, similar to earlier, maybe it's the motion that's involved in this game. Whoa, you hit me. You off the... Anyway, we'll just start back here. Whatever, doesn't matter. We're not going to finish the race anyway. We're just here for some testing. But yeah, you will. The bit rate here is a little soft. The 1080p is a little soft on this game, but it doesn't stutter, and that's what I like. So they found a happy medium here with this game to not just try to keep the visuals looking good, but to keep the stutter down, and it's smooth. It's not stuttery. It feels very smooth. And as far as input latency, especially with using the Luna controller, there's almost none. I mean, if I was practiced up and did a few races and got the flow of this game, I would absolutely have no problem. I feel very negligible latency when it comes to this. So very happy with how the controllers are responding here, how the Luna controller is feeling, and how the game is running in general. But like I said, here I go not paying attention again. I do feel like when you're looking at the trees and, you know, some different stuff, it doesn't feel like as crisp of a 1080 as I've seen in other games. But like I said, I think that's due to the amount of high speed and motion expected in this game, that if they go too high on the bitrate, we'll start to get those stutters, those micro stutters or bigger stutters that can happen when you're streaming a game. So I'd rather take an experience like this with a happy medium where it's definitely acceptable on the visuals, even though I would like to see crisper. And but the controls in the game just feel really, really good. So that's you know, you got to compromise. You got to come up with a good thing for each game, and that's why I like the Luna Plus channel. The games on the Luna Plus channel just seem to run really, really well. I'm doing a little bit better than earlier. Like I said, give me a couple races and I can get the flow of these games again. But I'll tell you, ever since starting the YouTube channel, I hardly have time to game. If you guys follow the channel, I try to put out at least a video a day, which is difficult. And it's all about game testing and hardware testing and cloud testing. And yeah, I don't get a lot of time to just chill and game. But I like this. I like these kind of games. And I definitely think I'm going to spend a little bit of time when I can jumping in and doing a race here and there with Ride 4 for sure. And like I said, this game's not that old. October last year. And it's coming to the Luna Plus channel, which currently is $5.99 a month. I'm expecting that to go to $9.99 eventually when it's not in early access, but who knows what they'll do. I mean, they could even roll this into Prime for people eventually if they wanted to. I'm just not really sure. Definitely also interested what other channels we're going to be getting besides the Ubisoft channel. Now you saw when I went kind of off track there, you could see that bitrate drop right there. All right. And we're not going to go through all 5 laps here, guys. I think I've proven the point. This game feels great. Like I said, I tried it a little bit earlier too, just to see before I sat down to record and talk about the differences in our settings and stuff. But yeah, I have no major complaints other than the fact that at the beginning of this race, I got my ass handed to me in the rail, and there ain't no catching up with the way I'm driving. But that's okay. That's not what that's not what we're trying to do here. So. See the bitrate every time I go off track? Isn't that interesting? Did you see that? I'm paying so much attention to the visuals of the game. I cannot. There's no way I could possibly drive and do a video like this, so it's just not going to happen. I'm watching way too many different things, but all right, guys. I think that's going to do it. We're going to leave it at that. Ride 4 is definitely feeling great on Luna. It looks pretty good. Like I said, no major complaints. I understand the whole bitrate situation, and especially high motion games and things like that. But hopefully, as these services get better and better and better, we'll continue to get even better picture quality and stuff to go along with the great latency that a lot of these companies are putting out. I mean, Luna and GeForce Now and Stadia. I gotta say, really surprising what cloud's starting to do, and I'm really excited for the future of cloud. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. As always, I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, give me a sub, a thumbs up, ring the bell, leave your comment. All that kind of stuff helps out the channel, and as always, I really appreciate it. So, again, thanks a lot for coming to watch, guys. Ride 4 on Luna, plus those settings, your 720p, and some stuff going on with the audio there. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one.